Hello, Coach. My name is Jack Sexton. Thank you for watching the first two videos if you did. This video, we're going to now walk you through how to time multiple workouts at once. And yes, you heard me right. No more need for multiple stopwatches. You can just use our Trackster app. So I'm going to start by going to the home button again, or the center plus button. From the center plus button, I'm going to once again click on Quick Session. It'll take me right to the stopwatch. Now, you can see the quick tutorial, volume down to start, volume up to split. Very simple. I'm going to start this group right now. So I'm going to click on the bottom volume button, and they're going to begin running. Now, say you have multiple groups that you're timing at once. You can do this cool thing by adding a stopwatch. So I'm going to click on this bottom Add Stopwatch. And I have two options, Quick Session or Classic Session. So far, all I've learned about is Quick Session, so I'm going to click on that one again. So I'm going to click on Quick Session. And it's the same view you just saw. I'm going to now start this group by clicking on the bottom volume button again. And now you can tell I have two workouts going on at once. To flip back and forth, you just click on what session it is on the bottom bar. So I'm going to click on Session 1. And it takes me to this session. So say some of the athletes are going by, want to get their splits. I'm going to click on the top volume button and get their splits. So there's 48, there's 52, and say that whole group's gone by. I can now flip back to session 2 and get these guys' times. So once again, I'll click on the top volume button, I'll get a split. Top volume button again, get another split. So as you can see, these two groups are going on at the exact same time, and there's really no limit on the number of workouts you can have going, just a number that you can kind of have under control. So for fun, I'm going to click on one more. I'm going to click on, this time I'm going to use Classic Session. It's a little bit different. So with Classic Session, you can actually build out kind of the plan beforehand. So I can say, I'm going to do mile repeats. I'm going to select some athletes, so I'm going to select myself for this workout because no athletes are on the team yet. And now I can actually enter what the workout is beforehand. So you saw with Quick Session, you go right in the stopwatch view. With the Classic Session, you can actually build the plan beforehand. I'm going to click Submit. And now you can see Session 3 is this mile repeats view. So I'm going to start now this mile repeats group by clicking the bottom volume button, and they're off and running, and you can still see that session 1 is still going on. I'll say they finish up right now, so I'm going to click on the bottom volume button. I'm going to say session 2 just finished as well, so I'm going to click on the bottom volume button, and then session 3, the guys just came by, I got a split for them, so I'm going to click on the top volume button. Now every time I've been doing this, I've been telling you about using the volume buttons. If you'd like, you can also tap on the screen to also start and stop and record splits. To do that, I'll go back to session 1 and show you. So if you don't want to use the volume buttons, you can actually click on the time in the center. So I'm going to click on the 23 right now, so the middle part of the time, and that will also start the interval. And it works the same way with stop. I can also click on the middle part of the time. So I'm going to click on the middle section that was at 8 seconds, and it also stopped it there. So you can see just by clicking on the center of the big time, I can start and stop. So in case you don't want to use the volume buttons, you can also do that. So I'm going to start this second group here, and I'm going to use the volume buttons right now because I just prefer using it that way. So clicked on the bottom volume button to have them start running. I can also, we've been saying now, top volume button gives you splits. If you prefer to do a double tap, you also can. So if you double tap in the white space below the 0.0.0, so you double tap with your thumb, that also gives you a split. So there's one. I can double tap again, gives you another split. So today, I've just walked you through now that we can run multiple workouts at the same time. We can also time in different ways. So you can see session 1 right now is resting, session 2 is currently running, and session 3 is still running their mile repeats. I guess they have a while to go. And once again, with all of these, you can click on the plus button to actually assign the time to the person. And then once you're done with any of them, you can click on the arrow, click finish, and then change the name. So I'll say Trackster Workout 2. Save, that's uploaded, and now I still have my other 2 workouts going on. I won't finish up these last 2 workouts, but hopefully now you have a good understanding of how to time multiple groups and also what the difference is between classic session, which is setting up the workout beforehand, and quick session, which goes right to the stopwatch. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and enjoy using Trackster.